When me want no. Rasta business is a mockery, a fucking joke.
When you see the girl there, no hold on. Lower no, the dribble. Hey, let her go. Nobody don't fi boom boom.
Exclusive and mad thing underneath the it right now. That's the
future. Who is the governing body of Rasta? Like, where the fuck I go on, man? It a get to my brain now. Remember, say Rasta is more than just eating some food without salt and have locks by your head, you know, and a Rasta thing that in it. Remember, Rasta have to be the binoculars for the people, you know. Remember, Rasta have to see the vision and show the people them are blind. Remember, Rasta is something where come to save black people from the corruption and wicked evil mentality of the white man. Rasta, you don't think you turn Rasta just to have a lax by your head. That a blood clot dread, dirty nasty dread. We mean Rastafarian movement. Now tonight, I am going to have one more enemy in the Rasta world.
It's a mad thing underneath the it
right now. That's the future that it is. The future that it is exclusive. Can't tell that it best.
When you see the girl there, no hold on. Lower no, the dribble. Hey, let her go. Nobody don't fi boom boom.
My cousin cannot take him nowhere. Yeah, you better take care of him because Kingston and fuck that boy. When you know when pussy take him from send back money now. I'm on money. If you're not fuck her now, I want back both of my money from you and her. That's the nothing up.
I don't know which my ticket was. How much was it?
Oh. Fucking 600. And hers, if I don't fuck her now, she has to pay me back too.
We'll both pay you back.
Right now.
That's fine. Your Wi-Fi doesn't work if you have to go downstairs.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go down there to do it.
Can I finish packing this?
Yeah. Y'all doing like fucking shit. Y'all like fucking.
I don't know which my ticket.
I've been watching you all morning with a little sneaky movement. Because you like to fuck around men and make problems. I'm watching you in the front of my car and you can't lock in me with a lot of girls so they see you in the car and you're nothing up. Like me and you there. So when you don't know when you left in this fucking predicament like, oh, I see Jack, you're fucking this girl that was in Kingston fucking this dancer boy in my front of my car and this shit boy don't think that me and them is fucking size. I've been watching you all. Shit boy that beat you in the face over some shit girl. Huh? And then you come up to the guitar and style me.
I'm still being back over your way.
Yeah, just fucking think about that stuff. You like to fuck around. I saw you. I observed all night. You noticed last night? I never came here begging a pussy. I came here and I lied and I saw you all fucking funny. You trying to act like you said some of this.
You know what?
Shit boy that beat you in the face. You don't push you in nothing. Fuck off, you're lucky. Drop one drop on your hand. You'll take me for pussy. Cause you see, I tell you so no problem. You know much woman could have spent and take that pan and enjoy myself and then so much trouble at me. First thing you do this for the night, well, I've been walking like this and left me. I'm build up after a story for me. You know this thing up. I beat me for the door and I was in the air. I'm not glad that's what I did. First of all, I listen for good. Things that's what we find. We're coming in the house and have AC turned on. And bump up like door open for much hours. I've busted with that for a while. Even if I go to a hotel and can have a fucking AC and I tell you window open.
Okay.
If you like come from left, a big price on me, you know what's going to cost me. You make sure you clean up and fucking the money. I'm not glad that's what I did. First of all, I listen for good. Things that's what we find. We're coming in the house and have AC turned on. Left. Okay. Out on the bill number, I'm not if you try to turn left your rest. No problem.
I don't think I'll sit down for this one. I got you.
You can do. One thing I'm sure of, my cousin that ain't taking none of you.
We said we're getting cab, so we just want to leave right now.
Now understand? You know my cousin. You left. Oh. Okay, well, now remember I'm telling you that. You know what I'm trying to make me can sell me up.
Is there a trash can somewhere?
There's a garbage downstairs. You've been up here for all day, you know that there's no trash can.
That's where we have things to do. Maybe you
Yeah, we should have taken a bath. I don't know who taking it.
7 years ago, almost to be exact, this happened. A friend of mine sent this video to me years ago and told me that to be careful, and I explained to him what happened. These girls that came here, how I met them the first time is that one of them got beat up by some dancers, some street dancer guy who said that she mixed him up with his wife and he beat her so bad. They reached out to me as a friend that I know a long time. And I put them up, showed them love, they flew out. If I never showed them love, they wouldn't ask me to come back here. And I showed them love on a brotherly terms. But they know people in Jamaica. They've been coming to Jamaica like 4 or 5 times. Remember, she was talking to a dancer, and then they know artists. So in that time of grief, when they were hurt about the situation, I'm sure they sent the video to maybe a couple of or few or maybe one Jamaican friend, who knows. But it was there all this time. But it just leaves me to figure that it seems like now it, fall into one of the hands of someone that would really like to terminate you, in every way they can. Them social media warfare that them set up out there for fight. These are them little trick where them pull. Yeah, because everyone have them private life. And you don't know. You and someone in an argument and someone a video you without you knowledge is a form of setup and a blackmail. You feel me? Yeah, because I was always good to them. That was the only bad moment me and them share from the time they were here in Jamaica. I show them so much love and take care of them. It's just because I've realized things missing on my house, valuable items, and some cash. And I asked about it, and it caused some vibes, and we just start talking about all of different things. So I said, yeah, I'm grateful. Let's give back my ticket. You know what I mean? Yeah, plus I'm not fucking even either of them either. I know it's wrong to talk to them the way I was talking to them. And I definitely apologize for that in myself. But deeply, they know I didn't mean anything because I didn't touch them.
Quick story as short as possible. So I've known Cure since 2018 when I was in Jamaica with my sister, and we didn't do anything sexual or anything like that. And then I was living in Jamaica in 2019, and I went over and he fed me, and like it was all fun and games. Like nothing ever gave me a red flag that he was crazy. And so in December of 2019, when I had came back to the United States, he asked if I would fly out and help him with a music video. And I was like, yeah, that's totally fine. That sounds fun. I love Jamaica, blah, blah, blah. Can I bring a friend? I don't feel comfortable coming alone. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. Give me your guys' flight information. Send me a picture of your passport, and I'll fly you in. No big deal. So we fly into Montego Bay. We stay at the S Resort or whatever in Montego Bay. And everything's good. Like, we stayed the first night there. We go party. Like, everything's fine. Like, we didn't have sex. Like, he didn't press for sex. He wasn't worried. He got us food. He was very nice. Second day, we go to the pool, and he meets 4 girls who were American, but they were Ethiopian. And so he asked if they wanted to come with us to Kingston And they were like, yeah. And so he has his cousin come or something so that he can get all 6 of us girls to Kingston. We go to Kingston, we go party. The 4 girls sleep in his bedroom, and me and my friend sleep in the guest room. And I'm not sure where he slept because we went to bed first. So in the middle of the night, he comes in and he like masturbates on my friend's face while she's sleeping. So we're like, what the fuck, you know, like, this is weird. Yeah, so we like kind of act all weird, and he realizes that we're not like okay with it, so he leaves. And in the video you can hear him say that he comes in and we don't give him any pussy, he just lays there, whatever. And so as he leaves the room, we lock the door. Yeah, so we lock the door, and the next morning we're like, we have got to leave. Like, we have to leave. Like, we can't be here. So we asked the other girls, we're like, hey, when are you guys leaving? Because they were staying in Montego Bay. They're like, we're leaving in like an hour. We're like, can we come? They said, no, there's no room. We're like, you know, we had to figure out how. So I asked his cousins, since they lived in Montego Bay, I was like, hey, can you give us a ride back to Montego Bay? And after I asked that, he came upstairs yelling at us. He was really mad that we wanted to leave. Basically said that we had to have sex with him. And then told my friend that she owes him sex because she wasn't going to be in the music video and she wasn't supposed to come, and that if she wants to stay here, if she ever wants to come back to Jamaica, whatever, she has to have sex with him. And you can kind of hear him repeat that when I start the video. Then he was basically like, you have to suck my dick and lick my balls and eat my ass. And she didn't realize that like calling him gay was going to be such an insult. She's like, I'm not going to eat your ass, that's gay. And that's when he just like lost it. Then he like pushed her off the bed and he like came over and slapped me, and then hit me with kind of like his forearm, and then ran over and punched my friend, and then just ran out of the room, like slammed the door. And we can hear him coming back up the stairs, so I started recording, and that's what you hear in the video. He wanted his money back for the flight. Like, he never paid us for sex. We never had sex. Well, we didn't have sex with him up until that point. When I was finally able to leave and I went to go get the police, my friend did have sex with him because she was scared for her life and she just wanted to leave. So she did have sex with him. And she doesn't want to be named because of this. However, yeah, she just doesn't want to be named because people are being really rude to me, so I can assume how rude they would be to her. And he's also talking about in the video where he's yelling at us that we left him to go to the beach, and we did. It was when we were in Montego Bay. We went to party, and we came back from party, we ate, and he fell asleep, and so we're like, let's go to the beach. And so we went to the beach, and he was really mad because he thought we left us. But he didn't bring it up until we were already in Kingston, and he was already yelling at us. So, and we didn't steal anything from him. The police had a feeling that he was going to try to say that, and so when we went to the police station, they opened up all of our luggage, went through everything, took pictures of everything, because we were going to press charges. It was when like a senior officer came in. He was like, it's not worth it, blah blah blah. You'd have to fly back and forth from America to Jamaica. It's going to be really expensive. No one's going to take you serious. So we were just like, all right. So we left the police station. I went with someone I trusted, and they took care of us, and we made it home safe, and everything's fine. We're good and safe now. I'm not sure who leaked the video, but I think that it's very important that people see how he really is.
Exclusive and mad thing underneath the everything.
Right now, what is the future that is? Let's say the future that is exclusive. Cartel at the best.
When you see the girl there, no hold on. Lower no, the drip. Hey, let her go. Nobody fi boom boom.
There's just no room in the car. You can't come. We're like, that's weird. And so we went and told him, we're like, we're gonna get a cab and leave. And he's like, that's fine. Get your shit and get the fuck out of my house. We're like, okay. And then as we're like packing up our stuff, he comes in and tells her, he's like, she needs to have sex with me right now. Like, he's like, I brought you here for a music video, but I didn't bring her here for that. She needs to give me sex to pay for the flight. And then she was like,
this was the night after he was masturbating in the room.
Yes. Oh. This is like probably like 5 hours later, because he did it probably at like 3 in the morning, and this is like around like 8 or 9 a.m.
After I had said something, he could tell I was upset, and then after that he kept like playing loud music and just like opening and slamming doors. Like after that, like there was something going on, and he wouldn't let us sleep after that. Like, he just kept harassing us, kept bugging us.
Yeah.
Had either of you guys had sexual relations with him prior to this at all?
No.
This was like my second time ever meeting the man.
Yeah, like I said, it's like a brother thing because he had known one of my sisters, and so he was like totally, from my perspective, was like a brother. Like he said, like there were some instances a couple times when he would get drunk and tell me that he wanted to breed me because he wanted light-skinned babies, but
okay.
Yeah,
doesn't have light-skinned babies already? Hold on.
Yeah, no, they're obsessed with it in Jamaica. So he'd be like he would pressure me on it. Like he got drunk, and I was like, no, I don't want kids. You know, like he was asking me about, oh, do you ever want kids one day? And I was like, no. And then he went on this whole like Rastafarian rant about how my job on Earth is to plenify it and like all kinds of stuff. Like she was there for all this.
I was, and I was like, no, you know, like she's not ready for all that. She's got shit to do. You know, she's got bills to pay. And he's like, no, like you have to have kids with me. Like, yeah.
Like, we thought he was kidding because, like, we weren't fucking or anything. So that was, like, probably the only red flag prior, but we really thought he was kidding. But now I think about it, I'm like, he probably meant that shit.
So wait, was this the first time that you stayed over in his house, or?
No, was the time we flew out the first time we stayed there? Or this breeding incident?
The incident of the video, that was last year this happened, you're saying?
Yeah, it was last year. It was the first time he had flown us out, but it wasn't the first time I had stayed over at his house.
Okay. All right. So you're saying it was not the first time you stayed over at his house?
No.
So wait, hold on. Girl, hold on. I know how men are. You mean to tell me you stayed over his house before this? And I'm not trying to interrogate you. I just really want to know, like, non-biased. I don't have anything in this either way. I'm just curious. Like, you stayed over his house before and he never touched you or tried anything?
No, never. Though I've slept over at his house one time before, like he said, with the incident with the dancer, and he got me food, like asked me if I wanted to take a shower.
Who was the dancer?
I'm not even gonna bring that situation.
Okay.
Like, it really wasn't. It was someone I was dating. Like, I was dating that man. Like, we had gotten into a fight. Like, all relationships or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, it's when I was staying with that man. Like, I was there in Jamaica for him, and he was like, you know, we were fighting, so I didn't want to be in that situation. So I was like, hey, like, called someone I knew I could trust, which was Jucker. Anyway, look how that turned out. But he really like took care of me. He got me food, gave me a shower. You know, totally like did everything you would expect someone to do, and he didn't ask for sex or anything. But and honestly, I would have been okay with it because I think he's like a cute dude, and I've seen some pictures where he's wearing them tight little shorts, and he looked like he might have some things going for him. So I mean, I wouldn't have been opposed to it.
I've heard that he has.
So I'm like, I wouldn't have been opposed to it if he would have been like, you know, if we would have got drunk and came back and did it. But it was when he told me that we had to, that it would have became an issue.
Okay. And what did I hear? I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Oh, I was like, I don't think he was ever like interested in me. Like, he was always interested in my friend. Like, when we would go out, like, he'd want her to be in the front seat and stuff, but did all the communicating through me. So I don't really know.
Okay. And in the video, it said something like, there was a part where you were saying that he did something to you. I couldn't quite make it out. And then he was like, I should have broke your hand or something like that. Like, what was up with that?
So what made me film was what made him so angry? I think, okay, so he asked my friend to eat a gas, and she was like, what the hell? Like, I'm not touching you after last night, and that's gay. And he lost it. He, like, pushed her into the wall and then came over. I was like, don't hit her. So I went to go and grab him from hitting her. And he, like, punched me in the stomach. Oh, yeah, he punched me in the stomach and then, like, kind of forearmed me in the cheekbone, but, like, not a forearm. And
that's when I stepped in, and that's when I was trying to, like, stop him from hitting you. He was chasing you around the room.
Right, so, like, the difference of sizes, I'm, like, 5'0", like, 120 pounds, you know, I'm small, so I think that's why he hit me instead of her, because she's, like, 5'9", a little bit bigger, so I think he
knew who his match was, he knew who to go for.
Right. In Jamaica, they say, "Duppy know who if you're frightened."
Yeah.
Those
And
so
so
frightened.
and a lot of people were like, why didn't you guys just jump in? So he had two of his cousins there, and they were just standing at the door. Like, he said that they had guns. I never actually seen a gun, but so we were just like, they probably fucking do it. It's Jamaica.
Yeah.
And we, as the Ethiopian girls, they were trying to leave, right? So we're packing our stuff while he's freaking out after we had this whole altercation. And we tried to leave, and he had all the doors locked. Like, every door was locked. We couldn't get out. And he had his cousin sitting outside the house watching. Yeah, and the weird part about his house is all of the locks are, like, key locks, like, even from the inside. Like, if you go, like, from the inside
that's normal. Outside. That's a normal Jamaican house thing. My house is that same thing.
So it was like we couldn't leave even, like, and the windows had bars, so we couldn't, like, climb out of a window.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then even at one point, like, when he took her, like, she finally was like, we have to, like, he, like, was threatening us, like, just in the video, it was just, like, he was, like, saying he was going to break my hand and kill me. He was never mad at her, as much as he was at me, but, so finally, she was like, I'm just going to go have sex with him, then he'll let us leave, like, he's not going to make us pay for the flights. And I was like, we don't have to, and she's like, no, we're never going to get out of this house. Like, I basically felt forced into it. Like, I felt threatened. There was no way he was going to let us leave, and I felt like that was my ultimatum. It was like, that was the only thing that would protect us in that whole situation, and I didn't know what else to do.
So wait, he came up to you and just asked you to lick his booty hole just out of the blue, or were you guys having sexual conversation first? Or
we were having a sexual conversation. He could tell that we was ready to leave because we were packing our bags. They had gotten into an argument, and we were ready to leave. And he was just like, "No, you're not allowed to leave. You have to have sex with me." And I was just like taken back from what all the things that had happened the night before of him hovering over me and like masturbating on top of me, and I was just like, get off me, like, who are you? You sexually assaulted me, and now you want to have sex with me, kind of a thing. Like, he made it seem like there was no option. Like, why wouldn't I want to be with Jacure? And then yeah, so when he took her away, I like went out to go get help from the cousin. I was like, please, 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 let me out of this house. And he acted like he couldn't hear me or see me, like I didn't exist to him. And I was like begging him through the window to like let me out because he was like sitting in the garage. And then finally I was able, like I was going through every door in the house, and there was like a door, like a game room door, like kind of like a sliding door, like a sliding glass door, and it was unlocked, and I opened that bitch and just ran for it, and went and got help, and the police were like, what do you want us to do? I was like, please just get my friend out of that house. And so the police and I drove to come get her, and she was sitting with our luggage, like just outside of his like little like complex, like she was just sitting on our luggage just outside of it. And then the police took us and our luggage. They took pictures of everything we had. They were like, this has happened before. He's going to say you guys stole. So
really? Hold on. Stick a pin. You said the police told you guys this has happened before?
Yeah, well, and that was the very first time we heard about the rape thing, too. Like, we had no idea about that. But, like, the 98 incident, we didn't know that was a thing.
Okay.
So he said that usually it's like local Jamaican women who come and, they get brushed off because they're Jamaican. And they basically made it sound like if we press charges, it's going to be an issue. Like, we'd have to come back and forth between Jamaica and the United States, and everyone here is going to be in our business because he's famous. And we'll probably, like, a man might not want you after this, and blah, blah, blah. And so we were like, well, and he also made threats. He's like, if you ever try to come back to Jamaica, he's like, I'll find you. I'll find you. So we're like, what do we do, Like, right. And even, like, recently, I got a message from, like, a private account that was, like, basically, like, it was a patois, but it was basically, like, you lying B-word, like, watch what happens when you come to Jamaica now since you released that video. But what I'm confused about, I don't know if it was him or not, because in his interview or his response, he was like, they could have sent it to anyone who sent it out. So I don't think he thinks that we are the ones, but, and it wasn't. Like, I was on vacation when this happened, so.
How long ago did this happen?
Almost a year ago. I want to say next week, maybe a week and a half. Like it hasn't even been a year yet. It was like December 6th or something like that.
So December 2019. Okay.
Yeah, probably December.
Okay. So how do you guys feel now? Are you guys frightened? Are you frustrated? Are you don't care? What are you guys feeling now?
I think it's easier for me because I didn't like go through what she had to go through, and I honestly was just ready to brush it off because I love Jamaica, and I'm like, now I'm not going to be able to go back or whatever. And honestly, it was like, for me, it wasn't hard, but I'm sure it's a little bit harder for her. I mean, I definitely have some mixed emotions about the whole scenario. It definitely brings up some past trauma. So the fact that it's almost been a year, you know, there's been a lot on my mind. And I'm almost kind of like withdrawn. I have to take a step back and make sure I'm taking care of myself.
Did he use a condom?
No.
Oh man.
No. And he asked you about the butt stuff during sex too? He was asking me to do, you know, provocative things, you know, to his butt. He wanted to do things to my butt, and I felt...
I've heard he has a butt fetish. I heard he likes to eat food off of butts and do different things. That's what I heard.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, he came all over my butt, but I couldn't tell you. Yeah, and then just let her go like nothing. Like, after all that, he's like, hey, take your bags and leave.
So have you talked to him since then? Like, before the video came out, did you guys talk and try to pull things out?
On everything. I've had him blocked on everything. He, like a week after it happened, he said, did you go to the police? And I sent him the video that's going viral. I said, yeah, I did. I was like, you raped my friend, you beat me, this and that. And then he was like, well, you stole from me. And I was like, nope, the police knew you were going to go there. So they took pictures of everything. He's like, no, well, you went to someone else's house before you went to the police station. I was like, no, I left on foot with nothing. And they came back and picked her and all of our luggage up. So there would have been no time. And originally we didn't even want to talk to them, but we had no way else to get out. We were just looking for a ride for a safe place to go. And I mean, the police wanted to talk to us. And it was like one nice officer. He was like really concerned. He's like, I can put you up with my family, blah blah blah. But the rest of them were like, I don't know what you want us to do.
Right.
So yeah. And then when we got back, we got home the next day, and she went to the United States. You got a rape kit done, right? Yeah.
Oh, you did? Good. And hopefully everything came back cool. No disease, no crazy.
No, everything's good. I'm all good.
Thank goodness, girl. My gosh. Thank goodness. Yes. So since you did the rape kit when you came back, is there anything that American authorities can do to press charges? Did you try to pursue that? Or?
I also want to press charges, and you know, I really not that person.
If you don't know
I'm not someone who goes around
even though she actually
charges. I like to handle things my own way, you know. But at this point, we're in different countries, you know, like, so like, what, how is this going to benefit me? If I go and create problems with this man, I want to be an advocate for women, for other women who's done things like this, you know, like, this is not okay, and it needs to be acknowledged, and awareness needs to be spread.
Definitely. If either of you guys could have gone back and done anything differently in the situation, what would you have? Or
I mean, I wish there was more we could have done, you know. I wish we could have left earlier, but I mean, there was no signs of anything of like this nature. He had been so cold this whole time, and he seemed like, you know, a caregiver. He was warm, he was welcoming, you know, like I never saw this coming. Yeah, I agree, because I really thought he was someone we could trust. We went to him for help before. Like, it's like, really be careful who you trust, because like I didn't expect this from him. Like, nothing. And when we would go to parties, like, everyone had so much respect for him. So it was just like, really, like, I don't know. But now that it's going viral or whatever, so many girls are in my DMs saying like he's done stuff to them. Like, yeah.
Yes, tell me about that. What have you heard? Like, I know a girl personally who got flued out by him.
All right, so yeah,
she got flued out. She didn't have any issues. She told me about, you know, the butt fetish thing. And she told me she basically just stayed in the house. She didn't leave the house. That's probably where, some of the commotion I'm thinking came about with you guys, because you guys actually wanted to leave the house. But this girl, she didn't leave the house. She got flued out, everything was okay, and flown back. But what did you hear? What stories did you guys hear?
So one girl said that she flew out there from Atlanta. Her flight landed at like 7 p.m. He didn't come get her till 1, and when she got in the car, he like made her give him head off the jump, like in the car.
Oh, in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, were all these girls like American, like Caucasian girls?
No, it's been like a mix. He has no type. He has zero type. Like, it's like there's been like native Jamaican girls, like mixed, white, whatever. I don't know, but one of his, I don't even want to put anybody on blast. Someone that knows him was like, yeah, he has a thing for white girls because he wants.
That's what I heard. That's why I asked. That's the only reason I asked, because I heard.
So, I mean, he talks to my sister. She's white, so.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I didn't expect anything. But so some girl flew from Atlanta, gave him head in the car. He was really bossy and rude, which I can see. Like I got the bossy vibe like in a couple like instances, but he was never like super bossy.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had like a seating arrangement, like you sit here in the car, you sit here in the car, like, and like, yeah. So
and so any more stories of like frightening stories like you guys, or just more like, oh, he flew me out, blah blah blah?
Yeah, like one girl, some Jamaican girl, said that she had videos and pictures, and that he did basically the same thing to her, wouldn't let her leave unless she gave him sex. And I was gonna actually like redirect her to you in case she wanted to share her story.
Yes, definitely. I have a radio show on My Turn Radio. It's every Monday night. It's called Sex and Dance Hall. So I think this is an appropriate topic. And I like for women to have their chance to tell their side of things, because we heard his side quite clearly. That video is going around. But, I want to hear the woman's side. Everybody should have a voice. So what do you guys want people to know? Like now, are either of you considering going back to Jamaica right now, or is Jamaica?
I mean, I think it's a little hot right now, but I think we both would love to go back. We love Jamaica. It's one of my favorite places, and I'd be heartbroken if I could go back. Yeah, we definitely want to go back, and it just goes to show you, like, someone could be the nicest person in the world and turn into a weirdo real quick.
Definitely. That's the thing. I think sometimes when you get behind closed doors with men, they kind of lose all of their inhibitions. That's why my ears kind of perked up when you, Miss Quickie Smalls, you said you stayed in the house with him before and he didn't try anything. I was like,
So, I wonder, and like now I think about it, I wonder if he was like establishing like trust. Yeah. He never gave me the vibe he liked me. I think maybe it's because he was talking to my sister during that time, and as soon as they were done, like, and I went back, because they weren't talking when I went back. So I wonder if he was just trying to save face for her, So I'd be like, oh, he's a great dude, blah blah blah,
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Oh no.
I don't know. I wouldn't have. I'm not saying I wouldn't have. Like, I don't want people to be like, oh yeah, she's all high and mighty. No, I probably would have if it was like consensual and he had tried, but. Yeah. Right. And now they're like posting my OnlyFans and stuff.
Girl, you're gonna get some new fans out of this. That's a plus.
I love the free promotion. No, I'm kidding. But
heck yeah, I got my OnlyFans. I want some fans too. We gotta share for share, but we'll talk about that later. Yeah, man, definitely. So what do you guys, like, you guys have been through this. Would you give any advice to girls who are in this situation? They're talking to a guy. It doesn't have to necessarily be a famous Jamaican artist, but any guy, and the guy wants to fly him out for a video shoot, for anything. What advice would you give?
Don't go alone. Yeah, do not go alone.
You guys didn't go alone, and you still have to.
Don't stay in their house. Like, have him get you a hotel that's in your name, so he can't change the locks on it or whatever. Like, go to a hotel. But even so, like, you can go see someone one time and think they're great, and on the second time they do some stuff. Like, how do you know?
Right. So it seems like you did everything right. You didn't go alone. You checked them out beforehand, and still things went left.
Right.
Oh, I'm glad you guys are okay. What else? What else do you guys want to say? Anything?
Nothing I can think. I don't know. I feel like yeah, I have nothing to say. Yeah, the sun has hit me. I'm trying to hide from the sun.
Oh,
But, yeah, I don't think there's anything like I mean, I want to say thank you to everyone who's been in my DMs. Just like so many people have like been like issuing their support. So,
have you talked to the dancer again at all, or
no, we hate each other.
you said you hate each other?
We have each other like on Instagram and Snapchat and stuff, but like it's like it was so toxic. It was good though. It was good, but it was toxic.
Were you with him for a long time or no?
No. I thought we were together, but he's Jamaican, so I thought we were in a relationship, like an exclusive one, but we're in a relationship. You were in a relationship. You wasn't the only one.
Right. You were in a relationship. He wasn't.
Yeah, I was. It was like maybe almost a year. It was about a year. Yeah.
Like that's pretty long. When did the physical abuse between you and him happen?
It wasn't really physical abuse. It was like one push, and I was like, bye.
That's physical?
Huh?
That's physical. A push.
True. And on that one, I was like, I'm done. It was in like June.
Yeah, I was talking to my husband, and I went over to go see him, and she came with me, and they were kind of already going through it. And he was upset that she was over there, and they were showing us dances and stuff, and they had come back with some of the dancers from Europe. And
oh yeah, the white girl, the white girl, the European white girl.
You're there all the time. Trust me, I go to Kingston a lot, and I know a lot. Personally, I know a lot of the dancers, so that's why I was like, which one? I see like the European, the UK girls, Italian, Polish. I see them all the time. All the time. There's a different crew of them. So
always, and they're all there to dance. Like it's whatever. But so yeah, it was like in June of 2019.
Okay. Oh, so you had a busy 2019.
Girl, my 2019 was like everyone's 2020.
Man, trust me. Oh my gosh.
All over the place. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And like I don't want to be known as some girl who's exposing him. Like I know a lot of Jamaican artists, and like this is the first incident, so maybe it's a Jakir thing and not a me thing.
Right. That's what it seems like. A lot of people are automatically biased against him because they feel that they know what type of person he is for a long time. A lot of people already. So it's not like, there's this spotless character that all of a sudden has been portrayed to be something that's against what everybody believes. So what did you guys see his response video?
7 years ago.
What was
Listen, 7 years ago, how old would I have been? Like 16? Okay, I'm feeling R. Kelly vibes.
Oh, wow. So you're 23 now. How old is Jakir?
I don't know.
40?
40? I can't tell you.
Yeah.
He's still attractive, though. He's still attractive.
I feel looking bad. Yeah.
He's small. He's like body wise small.
Like he's skinny. Skinny.
Yeah. I mean, like, it showed us a good time. Like, that's what I'm saying. If it would have came down to the nitty gritty and he wasn't rude, he would have probably got some nitty gritty.
Right. He just had to treat us like people, like women. Not.
I wonder if like that's what turns him on, like the rapey shit. Like.
That's a good point. Maybe that's like a fetish for him.
Yeah, like he's not into that consensual shit. That's why he's like, I don't know.
Maybe. I know he's into booties. He likes big booties. I know that. So
everyone else in Jamaica.
That's true. I didn't know that, he wanted his booty licked. I know I've heard that he does certain things, but I haven't heard that he
a couple other girls like validated it. They're like, yeah, he asked me too. But it's only been American girls, so I wonder if he only asked like Americans because he thinks like
it's more normalized here, maybe.
Yeah,
He knows Jamaican women are not doing it.
No, yeah, not at all.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. And you know, Jamaica is a small place. It's not like America. So once you're known as a booty licker in Jamaica, the whole island will find out that you're you're the booty licker girl. In America, you can just, you know, move to another state or you know, you can start over, but not in Jamaica.
Right. Right. So yeah.
So could be it. But thank you guys. Anything else you guys wanna say while you have your voice? I'm happy to give it to you.
No, just thank you for reaching out and giving us this opportunity and taking some time with us.
No problem. No problem. And I'm here if there's any follow up. Like I said, I have my show on the air and the other ladies have their show. So if anything else happens, let us know. We're here to give you the voice.
All right, thank you. Thanks,
All right. Thanks, guys. Later.
Exclusive and mad thing underneath the everything.
Right now, that's the future that is. Let's say the future that is exclusive. Cartel at the best.
When you see the girl there, no hold on. Lower no, the drip up. Hey, let her go. Nobody